And then finally we have my movie bin. There's a ton of movies in each bin, so I'd have to show all of them, and one of them I'm just borrowing. The one I'm borrowing is this one, which I've never seen. Troop Beverly Hills. I've never seen this, but I'm hoping to check it out. And then we have a 5-pack of all the Transformer films, which has Transformers 1, 2, 3, which is my favorite, 4, and 5. So I now have multiple copies of all of them, actually. Scooby-Doo Pirates Ahoy. Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron. Whoa, this case is coming off. Agent Toby Barks. Scooby-Doo Return to Zombie Island. A double feature of Charlotte's Web, what year? 2006, and Charlotte's Web, the 1973 musical. Scooby-Doo and the Monster of Mexico probably has the coolest commentary I've ever heard, so I always watch it with commentary. 8 Animal Friends, Animal Friends movies, which has Babe, Pig, and City. Evan Almighty, Beethoven's Big Break, the Flipper remake, which is actually surprisingly really good. Ed, Beethoven's Fifth, Two Brothers, I freaking love that movie. And The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle. And then Sword in the Scoop, Scooby-Doo, Sword in the Scoop. A 4-pack of, okay, this case is coming off. A 4-pack of What's New Scooby-Doo volumes 6, 8, 9, and 10. Scooby-Doo and the Sea Monsters. And let me put these up real quick. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Oops, if this one will go in there. There we go. And then we have, I can show these now. So then we have a Blu-ray of Blind Side and Dolphin Tale. The Blind Side and Dolphin Tale. A Blu-ray of Scooby-Doo The Mystery Begins. A Scooby-Doo triple feature of Goes Hollywood, Aloha, and Stage Fright. There we go. And then, whoops. And then a double feature of Ghoul School and Legend of the Vampire. The only one I watch is Legend of the Vampire because I hated Ghoul School. And just like with Monster Mexico, I always watch Legend of the Vampire with commentary because it's the coolest commentary I've ever heard. Scooby-Doo Carnival Capers, which has Circus Monsters, Big Top, and Creepy Carnival. And I don't have the sequel yet. I can't find the sequel anywhere. But we have Red Dog, which is actually pretty sad at the end. And then, this is just a bunch of Scooby-Doo. We have What's New Scooby-Doo Season 1. Season 2. Season 3, and What's New Scooby-Doo will always be my favorite Scooby-Doo show. Scooby-Doo and Guess Who Season 1, which I'm nowhere near done with. And this has every episode, which are Beware the Swamp Revenge of the Swamp Monster, A Mystery-Solving Gang Divided, Peebles' Pet Shop of Terrible Terrors, Elementary My Dear Shaggy, Ollie Ollie Income Free, The Scooby of 1,000 Faces, The Cursed Cabinet of Professor Mads Markson, When Urkelbots Go Bad, The Fastest Fast Food Fiend, Attack of the Weird Allosaurus, Now You See Ya, Now You Don't, Quit Clownin', What a Night for a Dark Night. That's a reference to What a Night for a Night, the first Scooby-Doo episode ever. Space Station Scooby, The Nightmare Ghost of Psychic You, The Sword of the Fox and the Scooby-Doo, 1 Minute Mysteries, Hollywood Nights, The New York Underground, Fear the Fire Beast, Too Many Dummies, Dance Matron and Mayhem, The Wedding Witch of Wainsley Hall, A Run Cycle Through Time, I Put a Hex on You, and my favorite episode, The High School Wolfman's musical Lament. And the way I said musical, I think tells why it's my favorite episode. And then season 2 of Guess Who, which I haven't watched yet because I haven't finished season 1. This has The Horrible Haunted Hospital of Dr. Phineas Frag, The Phantom, the Talking Dog, and the Hot Sauce, The Hot Dog, A Movable Mystery, The Feast of Dr. Frankenfooter, A Fashion Nightmare, Scooby on Ice, Caveman on the Half-Pipe, The Crown Jewel of Boxing, The Internet on Haunted House Hill, The Seventh Inning Scare, the dreaded remake of Jekyll and Hyde, The Last Inmate, Lost Souls of Jungle River, I don't know how to say this, the TAO of Scoob, Returning of the Key Ring, Cher, Scooby and the Sargasso Sea, The Lost Mines of Kilimanjaro, The Legend of the Gold Microphone, I'm guessing that's a musical, Total Jeopardy, Scooby-Doo and the Skytown Cool School, Falling Star Man, Dark Diner of Route 66, A Haunt of a Thousand Voices, Scooby-Doo Dog Wonder, and the TV and Movie Land Monsters. Okay, and then we have I think this is my first copy of it, but we have an 8 monster movies collection, which has Legend of the Vampire, Where's My Mummy, Curse of the 13th Ghost, Frank and Creepy, Loch Ness Monster, Witch's Ghost, Music of the Vampire, and Moon Monster Madness. The only one I don't watch is Moon Monster Madness because I'm not a fan of that one. So that's that bin. And then we have this bin, which, let me get all these out. This is going to be a lot easier now. First up, we have a 3-pack of Cars 2 and Cars 3. The only two I watch on here are these two. I don't like Cars 3 at all. Pocahontas, the 10th anniversary edition. Scooby-Doo 13 Spooky Tales for the Love of Snack, which has Wanted Cheddar Alive, Night of the Living Burger, The Devouring, Big Appetite in Little Tokyo, Scooby's Bull Fright, Stowaways, and Long John Scrappy, Scooby Ghosts West, Swamp Witch, Wax World, Scooby Swiss Miss at 2 Scoob, Soggy Bog Scooby, South Sea Scare, Scooby Gumbo, Alaskan King Coward, When the Cicada Calls, which is a very disgusting Mystery Incorporated episode, Hot House Scooby, Scooby-Doo 2000, Punk Rock Scooby, Recipe for Disaster, The Gathering Gloom, and The Many Faces of Evil. And then Turner and Hooch, The Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Dog Days, Scooby's All-Star Laugh Olympics Volume 2, Scooby-Doo and the Loch Ness Monster, Scooby-Doo and the Safari Creatures, which has 3 episodes from What's New, Safari So Goody, Homeward Hound, and New Mexico Old Monster. Circus Monsters, which has A Terrifying Round with a Menacing Metallic Clown, The Ghouliest Show on Earth, and Bedlam in the Big Top. Scooby-Doo Holiday Collection, which has Chill Out Scooby-Doo, 13 Spooky Tales, Holiday Chills and Thrills, and Winter Wonder Dog. Scooby-Doo 1 and 2. A Scooby-Doo Sports Triple Feature, which has Laugh Olympics Volume 1, What's New Scooby-Doo Volume 5, Sports Spooktacular, and Scooby-Doo Meets the Harlem Globetrotters. Each episode has, these are the episodes. On Laugh Olympics Volume 1, episodes are Swiss Alps and Tokyo, Japan, Acapulco in England, the Sahara Desert in Scotland, Florida, and China. What's New Scooby-Doo Volume 5 has The Unnatural, The Vast and the Wormiest, WrestleManiacs, and Diamonds Are a Ghoul's Best Friend. And Meets the Harlem Globetrotters has The Loch Ness Mess, and my favorite episode, The Mystery of Haunted Island, which is a very creepy episode. So let me put these up real quick, and then we'll continue. then we have, I'm going to show these next. Then we have, this is not a movie. This just came with it. This is Scorpion Season 1 bonus DVD, which just has a bunch of special features, which are Happy to Help, Domino Effect, Ari Phobias, First Look, Talent Takes, High Octane, Cast Questions, Robert Patrick Answers Fan Questions, Fall Campaign Promo, and Action. And then we have, I don't have every season of it, but then we have my absolute favorite TV show, Scorpion. And I don't have every season, and I just need the 4th season, but we have Season 1 of Scorpion, which the episodes are on the disc, so I'll read them all. Disc 1 has Pilot, Single Point of Failure, A Cyclone, Shorthanded. Disc 2 has Plutonium is Forever, True Colors, Father's Day, and Risky Business. Disc 3 has Rogue Element, Talismans, Revenge, and my favorite episode of Season 1, because it's a rescue episode, Dominoes. Disc 4 has Kill Screen, Charades, which is, I wish I always skip because it's terrible until like the very end. Forget Me Nots and Love Boat. By terrible, I just mean there's no action until like the very end. Disc 5 has Going South, has a very emotional conversation at the end. Once Bitten, Twice Die, Young Hearts Spark Fire, which is a very crazy episode, and Crossroads. Disc 6 has Cliffhanger, has a pretty emotional scene at the end, and Postcards from the Edge. And then we have Season 2 of Scorpion, which has, I have to read off the episode, so I have to open it. So, disc 1 has Satellite of Love, Cuba Libre, wow, Fish Fillet, Robots. Disc 2 has Super Fun Guys, Tech, Drugs, and Rock and Roll, which is a 2-parter. Crazy Train, Area 51. Disc 3 has US versus UN versus UK, Arrivals and Departures, has a very sad ending. The Old College Try and DAM, Breakthrough. Disc 4 has Whiteout, Son of a Gun, Da Bomb, Fractured, Adaptation. Disc 5 has The Fast and the Nerdiest, Ticker, Djibouti Call, Twist and Shout, which is a very crazy tornado chasing episode, kind of, and Hard Knocks. Disc 6 has Share Noble Intentions and Toby or Not Toby. And then Season 3, which is where the show gets really interesting and really good, has Season 3 and 4, which is the final season, and I don't have the final season yet, or when the show gets good. Disc 1 has Civil War, More Civil War, It Isn't the Fall That Kills You, Little Boy Lost. Disc 2 has Plight at the Museum, Bat Poop Crazy, We're Gonna Need a Bigger Vote, Sly and the Family Stone. Disc 3 has Motherlode, This Is the Pits, Wreck the Halls, Iska Caves. A lot of rescue episodes on this season. Disc 4 has Faux Money, Mo Problems, The Whole Truth, Sharknado, Keep It in Checkmate. Disc 5 has Dirty Seeds Done Dirt Cheap, Don't Burst My Bubble, Monkey See, Monkey Poo, Broken Wind, and Rock Block. And Disc 6 has Strife on Mars, Something Borrowed, Something Blue, Maroon 8, and Squirt Family Robinson. So, Season 3 is when the show gets really good. And then after that, we have one of my favorite Animal Planet shows that was on while I was growing up. Literally called Growing Up, and it was such an amazing show. Growing Up Safari. This is Growing Up Safari, which has zebra, giraffe, hyena, and rhino. And then we have Growing Up Arctic, which has walrus, seal, polar bear, and penguin. Growing Up Primates, which has orangutan, gorilla, and baboon. Growing Up Wildcats, which has lion, tiger, cheetah, and black leopard. And Growing Up Wilderness, which has wolf, black bear, sika deer, and moose. And then we have all of these ones. I'm going to have to pull them out so I can show you. We have Happy Halloween, Scooby-Doo. Pull this drawer out. There we go. Scooby-Doo Mask of the Blue Falcon, and this one came with 3 episodes of the Scooby-Doo Dynamite Hour. America's Cutest Dog, which also came with 2 episodes of America's Cutest Dog, America's Cutest Cat, and the World's Ugliest Dog competition. Alvin and the Chipmunks Road Trip. Scooby-Doo and the Gourmet Ghost again. Scoob again. And The Day After Tomorrow, which I've never seen, but I'm hoping to. So let me put these up and then we'll move to the final bin, which has a lot of movies in it. Okay. And then we have this bin, which has, I'm going to take all these out first. We have Dinosaur, the 2-disc collector's edition. Instant Family, one of my favorite, just like family movies. I love that movie. 9 Lives, so freaking funny. And my favorite actor, Robbie Amell, nails it in this movie, even though he's barely in it. Scooby-Doo 1 by itself. A 50 cartoon collection Scooby-Doo. This has a bunch of episodes that you can only... This has a lot of episodes that you can only get on here. Scoob, again. A Dog's Journey and A Dog's Purpose. I prefer A Dog's Journey over A Dog's Purpose. My Dog Skip. Night at the Museum 1 and 2. I prefer the second one. The first one's very funny, but the second one's hilarious. Scooby-Doo and Batman, Brave and the Bold. Let me move this down a little bit. There we go. And then the new Scooby-Doo movies, the almost complete collection, which has, I'd have to read off all the episodes. Disc 1 has Ghastly Ghost Town, The Dynamic Scooby-Doo Affair, The Frickert Fracas, Guess Who's Not Coming to Dinner. Disc 2 has A Good Medium is Rare, which is my favorite episode, Sandy Duncan's Jekyll and Hyde, The Secret of Shark Island, and The Spooky Fog. Disc 3 has Scooby-Doo meets Laurel and Hardy, The Ghost of the Red Baron, The Ghostly Creep from the Deep, The Haunted Horseman of Hagglethorne Hall. Disc 4 has The Phantom of the Country Music Hall, The Cape Crusader Caper, The Loch Ness Mess, and my favorite episode, The Mystery of the Haunted Island. Disc 5 has The Haunted Showboat, Scooby-Doo meets Genie, aka Mystery in Persia, The Spirited Spook Sports Show, The Exterminator, and Disc 6 has Weird Winds of Winona, The Haunted Candy Factory, and Scooby-Doo meets Dick Van Dyke. Okay, so that's all of those, so let me close up real quick. Oh my gosh, it's so dirty over here. And then we have the best of the new Scooby-Doo movies. I'm not going to read the episodes because I just read them. So, Scooby-Doo and the Vampires, which has The Vampire Strikes Back, A Fit Night Out for Bats, and a pretty scary episode, The Vampire Bats and Scaredy Cats. The Scooby-Doo Mystery Double Feature, which has Mystery Begins and my all-time favorite live-action Scooby-Doo movie, also my favorite movie, Scooby-Doo Curse of the Lake Monster. And then finally, we have Bumblebee. I'm not going to pull these out, but we have Bumblebee, Teen Titans Go to the Movies, which is actually so funny. The Secret Life of Pets, a 4-pack of Scooby-Doo movies, which has Legend of the Vampire, Where's My Mummy, Samurai Sword, and Legend of the Phantasaur. Then a 4-pack of What's New Scooby-Doo Volumes 1 through 4, or excuse me, A Pup Named Scooby-Doo Volumes 1 through 4. And this has Volume 1 has A Bicycle Built for Boo, The Sludge Monster at the Earth's Core, Wanted Shedder Alive, The Snook Who Took My Comic Book. Volume 2 has For Letter or Worse, Babysitter from Beyond, Snow Place Like Home, Now Museum, Now You Don't. Volume 3 has Scooby-Doo, Ghost Who's Coming to Dinner, The Story Stick, and Robopup. Volume 4 has my favorite episode, Lights, Camera, Monster, which has a pretty catchy chase song. Curse of the Caller, Return of Commander Cool, and The Spirit of Rock and Roll. And then I'm not going to read the episodes on here because, well, I will. Then we have Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Seasons 1 and 2. I'll read every episode, why not? Disc 1 has What a Night for a Night, Hassle in the Castle, A Clue for Scooby-Doo, Mind Your Own Business, Decoy for a Dog Napper, What the Heck's Going On, Never Ape an Ape Man. Disc 2 has Foul Play in Funland, The Backstage Rage, Bedlam in the Big Top, A Gaggle of Galloping Ghosts, Scooby-Doo and a Mummy 2, Which is Which in Spooky Space Coop. Disc 3 has Go Away Ghost Ship, A Night of Fridays No Delight, That's Snow Ghost, Nowhere to Hide, Mystery Mask Mix-Up, Jeepers is the Creeper, Scooby's Night with a Frozen Fright. And Disc 4 has The Haunted House Hang Up, A Tiki Scare is No Fair, Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Werewolf, and Don't Fool the Phantom. Move that over. And then finally, we have Scooby-Doo Camp Scare. So that's all of my DVD collection. So there you go. There you have it. That's my entire DVD collection.